Greetings and salutations. Welcome to LoveCast 160. Excuse me, I'm having some system errors. Let's, oh, damn it, really? Can you hear me? Can you see me? There are multiple people out there having internet problems at the moment. I'm not the only one, but this is not just internet. This is my whole system. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, Angelica Bolschweiler. Thank you for the quick response. I was afraid my mom was not going to be able to watch tonight. Yeah, Zach White, cool. Got us. We're going. Excellent. Yeah. Cooking with gas and in mono. When it first my dancer left me, it could have been a world surprise. It made sunset a little bit gloomy, but we were all for sunrise. And the love boat's doors flew open. Sailing on Highway 1. I know you heard he's a different man on tour, but honey, he's just begun. And I won't win them all over, but I'm nearing 500 tries. And we're playing tonight down in Monterey, Sterling Consolation Prize. And the love boat's doors flew open, sailing on Highway 1. I know you heard he's a different man on tour, but honey, he's just begun. And sometimes while we're naked on the stage, your phone lights up your indifference from 3 feet away. So far now my glass is not half empty, but it could be just a little bit wetter. See, sure means doing nothing, but doing something would be better. And the love boat's doors flew open, sailing on Highway 1. I know you heard he's a different man on tour, but honey, he's just begun. I know you heard he's a different man on tour, but honey, he's just begun. Welcome, 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 one and all, to LoveCast 160. So, let's take a spin through the chat and see who's here and who's chatting and who's saying what. Zach White, how you doing, man? Angelica Bolschweiler, thank you for the heads up. Diana Nicole, nice to see you again, darling. Susan, hi. Nick Davila. I think we got more people watching than we got chatting at the moment. Miss Kelsey Blaine Gibson. And excellent. My mom Pam managed to get through. She got a I got a voicemail from Mom right before the show that she was all upset she wasn't going to be able to watch. But okay. Sounds like internet has won the day. Svetlana, hello. You're going to have to fill me in with what is on your emotional radar. Perhaps we'll talk after the show. Just got back from Vegas. So I went to Vegas for about 2.5 days. My favorite audiobook author had an upturn in sales, book sales, for which, partly she actually credits me for, as I've been giving her feedback as far as character development, plot kinds of things go. And I'm actually introducing her to an editor that I think is going to be extremely beneficial for both of them. And but Yvette, the author, as validating and wonderful as this is to hear, was able to take a little vacation for herself, her daughter, in no small part financially because of how book sales have been doing. And she gives me the credit for the book sales ticking up because they weren't selling before I came in with some revisions and updated some book covers for her and things like that. And so she wanted to thank me by flying me to Vegas, putting me up in the hotel, and it was lovely to have a vacation. A vacation that I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to work or be productive. It wasn't like a paid vacation. It was a paid for vacation. That's what I'm trying to say. And man, it was really nice. And every night of my couple nights there, every night we ended up, Yvette, the author, and I ended up just kind of like tearing through a bottle of whiskey and tearing through character development points and various thematic devices. And I've read enough books at this point to be able to help out with character development and help out with some basic structure things of writing is what it amounts to. And Yvette had some writer's block before this vacation. I wasn't aware of that. She said that the first day I was there followed, the first evening that she and I sat up drinking and talking character stuff. And she said she wrote more that afternoon than she had in like the previous 4 months. And that really underscored why she wanted me to be there on the vacation, why she wanted to fly me out and put me up in the hotel and pay for all the meals and blah, blah, blah. which was just wonderfully rewarding to hear. But then she asked me this really interesting question. She said, "You got such a background in literature and you've got so many ideas. Why is it that you're content to just give me the ideas as opposed to writing and publishing yourself?" And now, at the time, my answer just off the top of my head was, well, I'm trying to save up money and build up a nest egg so that I can raise a family. And so right now, I just need to maximize my earnings as opposed to reaching out to yet another career hole in which to sink all my efforts. I really need to just cash checks and consult, basically. And then the next 2 or 3 days, it was kind of drilling at me. Yeah, so why don't I write and publish? Of course, then it occurred to me this afternoon that had I had any frequency, had I had any exercise of free will, I probably wouldn't write romance novels, which is the genre in question. I would delve into science fiction, and I don't know that science fiction, with all the input I could possibly have, is going to sell quite as much as like Harlequin romance novels. So yeah, just continue to consult for the moment and amass my ideas, plural, for when I'm ready to contribute to the sphere of science fiction. I think I missed some discussion there. The next Nicholas Sparks. I don't know who that is, Diana Nicole. I'm not sure who that is. Is that a romance novel author? I'm not sure. And to answer your question, no, I didn't actually gamble at all. Didn't even cross my mind, honestly. Yeah, I had a phase in life, I don't know, well over a decade ago, probably 15 years ago. I had a phase in life where blackjack was really alluring, but most of that allure was because I had the statistics tables memorized, which I no longer do. So this lowered the house advantage to just barely over 50-50, which is like I can get my drinks paid for and every now and then just luck out and have a really good, really, really, really good night. And, hedge that with a good betting strategy and you won't lose too much. But, yeah, the only statistically obvious way to go about gambling is to memorize the blackjack statistics tables and then play as few a deck as you can access a blackjack table, which are... Yeah. But just realize that, of course, that Vegas was built on the premise that the house always has the advantage. So here's a bit of an Irish folk song. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, just there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled a wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and sure 'twas no wonder. So were her father and mother before. They each wheeled their barrow, the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles, mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles, mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of fever, no one could save her. That was the end of sweet Molly Monroe. Now a ghost wheels a barrow, the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. I think my mom used to sing that in folk circles once upon a time. Kathy B says, I'm pretty sure I was taught this song in grade school back in the dark ages. That's cute. So, what are the Halloween plans you all have coming up for this Tuesday, or coming up for this weekend for that matter? Always curious. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. Matter of fact, I remember the first Halloween that was coming about during the pandemic was kind of an oddly big deal for me. And I say oddly big deal because I wasn't planning on going out during the pandemic. Zach, that's a good idea. And I would, I should, I think I will. Not tonight, but I think I will. So, yeah, I was just reflecting that, that's the Halloween of 2020 was actually something that I was very much looking forward to in an odd way. Because even though I knew I wasn't going to go out, it was sort of like it's not so bad that it's about to get a lot colder. See, one thing I should preface is that during the pandemic, as you all know, I was up in Big Bear, and my world was as large as the mountain fire roads and hiking paths that I could access. And so when in Big Bear they close the fire roads for the winter season, my pandemic world dramatically shrank. And, that was a depressing prospect. However, there was just something sort of optimistic about other things to look forward to. Even though I knew I wasn't going to be dressing up or having a pumpkin spice latte or burning leaves or carving various gourds. Yeah. Um, but regardless, what are y'all looking forward to? So Zach White says, I'm going to be parked in front of my TV watching my Rangers playing the World Series. I believe it'll be game 4 that night. I'm not sure what all that means, but World Series sounds like a very big deal. So, cool. Kathy B says going to Melissa's. Going to Melissa's party on Saturday. Tuesday, a birthday party for a friend. Yeah, one of my closest friends, as it turns out, one of my closest friends' birthdays is on Halloween. Such a close friend, in fact, that this is the same friend that's hosted my last 3 birthdays in a row. And so I absolutely non-negotiably have to take my goddaughter, Bay, trick-or-treating on Halloween every year. So I'm definitely going to do that. And then when I finish that, I'm going to meet everybody else for Christina Allen's 60th birthday, which I very much look forward to. Okay, Kelsey Blaine Gibson is going to say is working on Halloween, but perhaps after she gets off work, a spooky movie or something. Karen Oliver's Halloween tradition is to have a pumpkin carving party in our driveway, and she addends, "You were a big part of our pandemic world." Well, thank you. Oh dear, Christy Davila. Halloween isn't my favorite. A room full of 6 and 7-year-olds hopped up on candy and no sleep is a bit much. Yeah, okay. We are going to a party Saturday night. That will be fun, and we'll probably go trick-or-treating with a friend. I haven't been online much. Thanks, Mom. I think I knew about Melissa's party. I think she invited me. I've got 2. So I'm hosting. Man, I've got so many things on Saturday because, as I mentioned, it's one of my closest friends, Christina Allen's birthdays. On Tuesday, we have a lot of Burning Man campmates who are flying in for the auspicious occasion. And so I'm going to be hosting several folks, including picking up her daughter from LAX tomorrow night. So I've literally got 3 parties already on my side of town on this coming Saturday. So I won't be making it down to Long Beach, unfortunately. And then Tuesday is, taking my goddaughter trick-or-treating, and then Knott's Scary Farm for Christina's actual birthday. We had such a damn good time last year for Christina's 59th birthday that's all she cared to do was just repeat that, and I absolutely am socially obligated to be there and lead the group and host the thing. So, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing for Halloween Tuesday. Here's a U2 song that I remember learning how to sing, I think, when I was in college. And, oh, man. I just love playing this song. I haven't played this in quite a while. This is from the album Octone Baby. This is Love is Blindness. Don't see on you at the night around me. Oh, my heart, love is blindness in a parked car, a crowded street. You see your love made complete. Thread is ripping, knot is slipping. Love is blindness. Love is clockwork, cold steel finger, too numb to feel. Squeeze the handle, blow out the candle. Love is blindness. Love is blindness. Don't wanna see all you wrap the night around me. Oh, my love, blindness, a little dead without morning, no call, no warning. Baby, a dangerous idea. It almost makes sense. Love is drowning in a deep well. Oh, the secret no one seemed to tell. Take the money, honey. Blindness. Love is blindness. Don't wanna see all you wrap the night around me. Oh, my love, blindness. Love is drowning in a deep well. Oh, the secrets no one seemed to tell. Take the money, honey. Blindness. Love is blindness. Don't wanna see all you wrap the night around me. Oh, my love, blindness. Love is Blindness, 1991. Yeah, I rode by the Sphere in Las Vegas. It's the newest big thing that they just built. And U2 was like contracted to be their opening performers, and I think did multiple shows or are still doing. I'm not really sure. Wow, I'm just oh yeah, the Sphere looked at me indeed. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, no, it's huge eyeball spinning around, and big like smiley face, and a lot of other less sinister things. But no, it's a really neat installation. Like it was, dare I say, even larger than most things you would see at Burning Man. I was like riding along on a monorail, going, what would outdo what between Vegas and Burning Man? And in terms of sustainable opulence, the conclusion that I came to was definitely Vegas. But in terms of short term existence and just utter creativity, definitely Burning Man. Funny how you have to like subcategorize those sorts of things to answer such questions. Diana Nicole says, I stayed at the Palazzo and watched every night change designs. Lovely. Yeah, the spirit, the sphere is really neat though. It's pretty cool. Of course, I'm saying this from, as I just disclosed, only having seen it from the outside. But yeah, it's what I really I can appreciate is that it's quite a it's a masterpiece of design. I'll give them that. They've really got that design. I mean, it is like there are aerospace engineering companies that put slightly less into vehicles that have to explore space than what is clearly going into the design of this place. It was huge. It was cool. It was neat. I look forward to seeing a show or event or whatever when all that becomes affordable. I probably should have asked my author to get us tickets to that something over there, but I didn't want to run the bill up too extravagantly. So stick around for another installment of The Cove here on the Vaudacity Network tonight, starting approximately 9:15. Diana Nicole says, I thought I saw Lady Gaga is there now. Yeah, that might be. She and I have kind of fallen out of communication lately. We're no longer updating each other on where we are these days. So, yeah, she might be rocking her meat suit in the sphere. I don't know. She probably took over for U2. That seems appropriate. Neither of them asked me to open for them. Fuckers. There we go. Well, Karen says we'd love to go see you too there, but Rick is super light sensitive now. Not sure you can hang, even though he used to love you too. Yeah, that'd be a bummer to go to the sphere and not be able to like look around and see the sphere of light. Yeah, I wouldn't go to light. I wouldn't go to Vegas if you were light sensitive at all. Oh, okay. Karen says Lady Gaga came to join U2 for one song. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I think it seems like I heard or read on the internet or something like that U2 was going to be like there for the first, I don't know, month or something like very long. I can only imagine what they must have paid U2 to do that. I love this Jimi Hendrix song. Well, she's walking through the clouds, circus mind, it's really wild. Butterflies and zebras and moonbeams, fairy tale, that's all she ever thinks about. Run with the wind. When I'm safe, she calls me. The thousand smiles she gives me free. It's alright, she says, it's alright. Take anything you want from me. Anything. Fly on, little wing. Switching guitars. Lunatic is on the grass. The lunatic is on the grass, remembering games and days of chase and lies. And got to keep the loonies on the pile. The lunatic is in the hall. The lunatics are in my hall. The paper holds their folded faces to the floor. And every day the paperboy brings more. And if the dam breaks open many years too soon, if there is no room upon the head, and if your head explodes with dark forebodings too, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. Oh, is in my head. not me. And if the cloudbursts thunder in your ear, you shout but no one seems to hear. And if the band you're in starts playing different tunes, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon. Oh, all that you touch and all that you see, all that you taste, all you feel, all that you love and all that you hate, all you distrust, all you say, all that you gain and all that you dig and all that you buy, may borrow or steal, all you create, all you destroy, and all that you do, all you say, all that you eat, everyone you meet, all that you slice, everyone you fight, all that is now, all that is gone, all that's to come, everything under the sun is in tune, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon. Greetings and salutations, Buddy R. Thanks for joining us, Ron Viren. Yeah. Yeah, man. Rick is... Yeah, Rick's, you're right. Rick has nailed it. The band I was in started playing different tunes. It's a bit of a misnomer about the dark side of the moon. Because the dark side of the moon, it does get sunlight. Not to be too pedantic here or anything like that. I mean, just think about every time the moon is between the Earth and the sun, you know, every eclipse, right? The dark side of the moon is completely encapsulated by the sun, right? By light. but the dark side is facing us completely, because that's the thing, is that the moon is tidally locked in its orbit around the Earth. So the moon always has the same face facing toward the Earth. When we talk about the dark side of the moon, we're really talking about like the darkness. We're talking more like radio darkness. So if you were on the dark side of the moon, if you were on the side that is not facing the Earth, you wouldn't be able to get a radio signal from the moon to the Earth unless there were relay stations, relay vehicles, whatever. Thanks for noticing the details, Nick Davila. Yeah, okay, so we're clearly well overdue for wine, women, whiskey, and weed. We're clearly well overdue for old number 7. Gotta look these, I've gotta like review a couple of these songs for a very near future LoveCast. Hello, Charity Swanson. It was lovely to see you in person for the first time at the picnic Saturday before last. So I think I'll just do one more here and remind you all to tune back into the Vaudacity network, as there is an all request cove coming up this evening with our Vaud father Paul and producer Craig. I don't know what all they have in store for you all this evening, but that'll be happening about 9:15. I'm going to close out with one more song here. Just, I really like this one. It's Elliott Smith. Just 'cause I kind of feel like it. This is Between the Bars. Drink up, baby, stay up all night. Things you can do, you won't, boy, you might. The potential you'll be, you'll never see. Promises you'll only make. Drink up with me now. Forget all about the pressure of days. Do what I say and I'll make you okay. Drive them away. Images stuck in your head. People you've been before, then you don't want around anymore. Push and shove and won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. Drink up, baby, and look at the stars. I'll kiss you again between the bars when I'm seeing you there. Your hands in the air, waiting to finally be called. Drink up one more time, and I'll make you mine and keep you apart. Deep in my heart, separate from the rest, but like you the best. Leave the things you forgot. People you've been before, then you don't want around anymore. Push, shoving won't bend to your will. I'll keep them still. And I broke a string on the last chord, so that concludes LoveCast 160. I want to say a quick thank you to Miss Emily Thatcher, who threw in for LoveCast 159 and 158 simultaneously, and my usual anonymous angel donor for supporting LoveCast 159. And again, join us here in just minutes outstanding for The Cove. And I believe this is an all request cove. So I'm really curious to hear what requests you all had to throw in. Drop something into the tip jar if you're feeling so inclined. And I'll see you in the chat of The Cove. I love you all very much. See you next week for 161 at the beginning of November. Make the world a better place for having you in it.